Hey guys, today I want to talk about part two of my series on dealing with the CC troops and all about the light spell usage. So I found out a cool thing. When using a light spell, everyone thinks they're random. You drop it and 5 bolts come out anywhere. You know your first bolt's always going to click on where you press, and then you don't know where the other ones are coming. That's not true from what I found out, and I'm gonna show you here on this base what I'm talking about. Yes, when you press a light spell, so I'm aiming at this flag, this little square on every light spell drop. So on every drop, my first bolt will hit here. Now, what happens is the spell works the same every single time depending on where you use it. So if you use it as your first spell and you drop it, first bolt hits here, I'll show you. You can predict exactly where the rest of the bolts are going to hit. And this way you'll get a full CC kill every single time. If you use it as your second spell, so say you throw a jump here, and then you hit your light down. The CC pulls somewhere over here, and you want to hit your light down on them. It's going to hit differently from the first time, but as the second spell usage, it will hit the same every single time. So the first time you drop it, all your bolts are going to fall in a left pattern, I believe, kind of like this. The second time you drop it, your bolts are always going to fall in a right pattern, something like this. For your third spell, so say you use a rage and then or jump, then a rage, and then the CC pulls, and you drop it for your third spell, it hits in the same pattern as your third spell every single time. So I'll show you what I mean right here. So if you drop it in your first spell, boom, you see right there the pattern. What I was saying, it always shoots to the left. So the first one comes, and then the next one, your next one, next one, next one, next one. So the other 5 bolts will fall in the same spot. So as your CC pulls, you'll want to shoot in front of them, because all your second ones, you'll cover this big box right here. I believe each bolt does an initial damage, and then they do a 1.5 cell splash damage. So you're pretty much covering all these spots around here. And when you time up the CC right, that it's in the middle in there, you can kill them with the splash damage and initial damage. So that's the first spell usage. You see how it kind of is in this 2 pattern? If you use it as your second spell, you throw a jump down and then hit it with your second spell. There you go. You get your pattern up here. 2 bolts, you can see, kind of hit the same spot right there. So if you throw it as your second spell, you don't want to lead the troops with it because you'll miss them with all these. You want to make sure they come here and you drop it right behind them and you trap them in that box. Kill them all. That's the second spell drop. If you use them with your third spell drop, once again, it all works exactly the same. You get this little A or upside down V pattern. So, once again, if your troops are walking up, you might want to trap them in between the spell drop there. And then your fourth spell, it's kind of upside down back to the right again. That one's a little more boxy. So you saw the original bolt and each additional bolts. And you can guarantee every single time that you drop your light, no matter when you use it, if you use it as your first one, your second one, your third one, it always falls the same on each usage. So I'll show you what I mean here when I use it. So here's the base. I use my spell drop, and what you'll see here, when I'm attacking this base, I'm going to bring all the troops down to my golem right here, and I already used a jump, so I know it's going to be my second spell usage. It's going to be that right pattern, and I'm going to trap all the CC in my spell drop and kill them all. So see, I bring my troops inside, and I already used my first cell, so we're going to have the second spell drop. So out comes, he's got a bunch of archers and a witch. Now when you're killing, you never want a CC, you want to make sure you never miss that witch. So I'm waiting until his troops ball up here, and I'm going to drop the spell there, knowing that my initial bolts are coming in that second pattern that I showed you. So I drop it right behind him, and boom, what do you know? Killed the entire CC, and just like that second pattern I showed you, it fell exactly the same. So hope that makes sense. You can review the patterns as needed, and that will help you. You see, he had level max wizards. He had a witch sitting there, and I knew I had the majority of my close together hits were going to be there. So I set it here, knowing that all his troops were right there, and I got the entire CC. So I didn't miss a single one. And I have no wizards inside there shooting anything. My king's hitting over there. So that was just from the light. Killed the entire CC. So go ahead and use it smart next time. If it was your first drop, you know it's going to the left, so you might place a drop over here, since the first one goes in a 2 pattern like that. So go ahead and pre-plan those, figure them out. Hope you guys like the video, and light spells make some more sense on how to kill the CC perfectly with them every time. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.